It is a lovely afternoon here in the city of Forest Park. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, or whatever time you have a chance to watch this video. Thank you guys for keeping on popping on my YouTube channel. Thank you for keeping on watching my YouTube channel. So today I want to do a video where I'll learn you through the stages of DV lottery application. I've noticed people are asking me questions in my inbox trying to find out what are the procedures, what are the steps. So I'm going to learn you stage by stage on how to go about the application. So I'm going to start by introducing to you what DV lottery is. So let's go, guys. So DV lottery is an annual program that guarantees 55,000 diversity visas to people from eligible countries, allowing them to live and work in the USA. Having that in mind, you must note that some countries are not eligible to take part in the DV lottery. The reason is because they have got more where people already migrated to the USA. There are countries that I'm just going to give a rough estimation. Countries like Nigeria, countries like China, they've got a lot of their people. Countries like India. So these countries are not able to, their people are not able to take part in the DV lottery application. However, there's a way that their people can can take part in this DV lottery. For instance, when it's either a man or a woman gets married to someone whose country is eligible to take part, those people can take part through those people to come to the USA through DV lottery. And there are other many ways that can make them take part, even if their country is not eligible to take part in DV lottery application. So let me just go through and I'll be able to take you stage by stage. So number one thing before you want to embark on this journey of taking part in the DV lottery, you need to gather required documents or required information, such as when you are doing the application, you need to have documents like your full names, and please make sure the names that you are using are the names that are appearing on your documents. If there are initials on your name, the form that people take part in the DV lottery application, that has got the first name, second, that's a surname, and the middle name. So if your name, all those names you have, they're appearing on the document, make sure you use those names. The place of birth, make sure you put the correct place of birth where you were born. And you must as well include those people you keep, even if they are not migrating with you. Please list them in that letter, in the application. And make sure that when it comes to education part, please make sure that you must have gone up to grade 12. Or if not, you must have done a course that you were in college for 2 years, like courses like vocational trainings, courses like plumbing, courses like electric. You must have been at that college for 2 years, and then you can use that experience to take part in the DV lottery application. So step 2, when you fill the application form, guys, I want you to be very much precise when you do filling the application. So first of all, almost, guys, you need to do your application under the correct website, and the website that the application takes place right now is www.dvprogram.state.gov. Kindly note that there are other websites that will be popping up when you're trying to search for this website on browser. They'll be popping up, and if you're not careful, you end up making a mistake. Those websites will make you pay. Remember, DV lottery application is free of charge, but those sites, because maybe you didn't take care of making sure that you are under the correct website, those guys will make you pay, and those are scammers. So you must be very, very careful, because you may end up applying, and then those guys they end up start lying to you. No, we've selected your dividend, so we want you to pay so much for us to help you with the whole process. Those are scammers. There's only one correct website, and remember, guys, DV lottery is only in the USA, not any other country in the world. It only takes part in the USA. So if they say no green card in Canada, that's a lie. So so under the application forms, guys, there are steps that you need to take care of. Places like you put correct information in that form, guys. Make sure the information that you are putting, you're not adding or not subtracting. Make sure that that information you're filling in is what appears in your school credentials. We don't want you to make mistakes, and that's why we're taking our time making sure that we do these videos so that you put the correct information. However, there are common mistakes that you might encounter. Make sure that before you submit that application, you review your application. There are common mistakes like spellings, and maybe you're putting a wrong marital status. If you're married, make sure you put married. And there are two ways of marriage. There's what we call traditional marriage, and as well as this marriage where you obtain certificate under the government authority, such as like the local authority, the one that provides local certificate for people who get married. So you must make sure that there are correct information on those documents, so that you don't find yourself in problems where you have now to start running up and down to make sure that you make correction to your document. Step 3, guys, photo requirements. This is one of the most cardinal thing that you have to take care of when you're applying for DV Rotary. There are requirements like the size of the picture should be 600 by 600 pixels. The background should be white. Please make sure that you put the correct information that are required by the DV Rotary processes. There must never be any shadow when you're taking this. The picture should be very much clear, and there must be a natural expression. You don't have to look like you're very annoyed. Just relax when taking this picture so that you come out at the way you're supposed to come out. And remember, guys, the picture that you use to apply for DV Rotary, it should be taken within 6 months, not beyond. They always want to get the latest of your facial expression. They don't want you to take maybe 1 year ago. No, that one is not accepted. So that is what you're supposed to do. Then, when you're taking a photo, guys, you take a photo like you're taking a self picture. However, if you cannot manage to ask someone to make sure that he takes a correct photo on you. Make sure when you're taking this picture, you are relaxed and the shoulders are straight. You don't have to pay like you're just like you are taking normal pictures, but please make sure that the ears are very much visible, and make sure that you are looking direct into the camera. Remember, these photos, they've got measurements. The width and the width as well as the width and the length of the picture should be equal. So make sure when you are taking these pictures, you are looking straight into the camera so that the person taking that picture is taking the correct pictures. Because at the end of the day, you have to use other application to make sure that the photo meets the requirements. So don't get a wrong picture. We want you to have a correct picture. As you're applying, when you submit your picture, you're even satisfied. So I've done the correct thing here. Yeah. So step 4, guys, submitting your application. After having done or filling the whole entire form, you fill it and you know that you've done the correct thing. Before you submit, the moment you press submit, the form is going to ask you to review your application. This is now where you take a bit of time to make sure that the information you've put in that form is correct information. They're not rushing anywhere. Make sure you correct those errors. You know, the button when you're applying, there's a button where back button. If you've made a mistake, you can press on that button so that you can correct your errors. Make sure you do the right thing, guys. Confirmation number. Now, when you have done you've reviewed your confirmation on the small mistake that you might make during the application process, you now submit your application. When you submit your application, guys, there's that number that pops up on your screen. Please make sure that number you capture. Do not write those figures. Sometimes where you're supposed to put an I, you put an L. Where you put 1, you put an I. That's the mistake. Because when results comes out, you find you have a challenge on those figures that you made a mistake on, because it will be refusing. So we encourage people to make sure that they get a picture and maybe save it. If they've got an account with Google, you will save it to your Google Drive, because you can always access that picture other than when you need it to use it. In case you don't have a Google account, you can just maybe send an email to somebody, because whether you lose your phone, for as long as you can access your email, you can always try to type the name of that person, then you'll be able to access that number. And please, when during the application process, make sure you don't apply twice. You only apply once, and make sure that you put the correct information with regard to your children and your spouse, so that you don't have any problem when that comes out. Make sure whoever you intend to come with here, you also include their pictures during the application process. There's nothing like, no, let me just apply or come and get them. The process is very much long. You might even fail to bring those people you want you to join when you migrate to the USA. So make sure you put the correct information. Then, now we've done the application processes. We wait for 7 months. When results comes out, you need to check for your results. Remember the number I told you to save on Google Drive, or maybe the one you saved via your email? That's the number now you have to put it. The moment they open up to check the results on the same website you check, that's the same website you can check to see if you've been picked or not picked. So let me just read something. Okay. Remember, when you apply like this, we're applying the DV lottery for 2026 and 2024. So when you're applying it will show you that the application you're doing is for 2024. So you apply this year, the results comes out the following year. So you have to check in May the following year. So make sure that you are on the correct website and the correct year, because if you make any mistake, you might check for the one you applied last year. And that's it. You think you may end up discovering that on the other way you won, the other way you didn't win. Then once you put that number, guys, the moment you put what you are required, it's going to open that screen. And this is now the magic screen where that tells you if you've been selected or not. If you've been selected, it's going to say you've been randomly been selected. They'll even thank you. You even see the emblem there, the United States, what and what, then that shows you that you've been selected. But that doesn't guarantee you that you've won. Watch out for the next video. Thank you so much, guys. In conclusion, after you've been selected, you'll be able to see if you've won. Now, after you've won, now we will now guide you on the entire process of what happens next. So you keep on watching this video we're uploading, so that you are learning stage by stage, so you don't have any problem with regards to the entire process of the DV lottery. Thank you so much, guys. Looking forward to upload more video about the entire processes, and please take care. I love you. Bye bye.